Yeah, Jimmy and Jen, ever since Donald Trump dominated the 2016 Republican presidential field, GOP primary contests have become outsider versus insider battlegrounds, even more so than they used to be, with a heavy emphasis for most candidates on proving to the Republican base just how much they stand against the so-called establishment, like Trump. This dynamic is playing out in a big way in the U.S. Senate primary. General Don Bolduc is the frontrunner in the polls, despite having very little in the bank from fundraising and almost no backing from powerful figures in the state Republican Party. In fact, Governor Chris Sununu has been critical of Bolduc, indicating he does not think the general would be the strongest candidate to put up against Senator Maggie Hassan. Sununu's pick is Chuck Morse, the state Senate president, whose pitch to voters has been very traditional. He points out his record in Concord, fighting for business tax cuts and other conservative priorities. Bolduc and Morse are 1-2 in the polls, but the other candidates in this race are also positioning themselves as outsiders or conservative fighters. Very similar dynamic in the Republican race in CD2. George Hansel, who you see here, the mayor of Keene, he's found himself on the defensive from outsider candidates who use his record against him. The first congressional district is an outlier because in that contest, you have multiple candidates with ties to the Trump White House, but several of those contenders are pitching themselves as conservative fighters. So the resume is a conversation starter, but the selling point is their willingness to Washington, go there to Washington and fight partisan battles. Jen and Jamie?
All right, a bonus round without him now. So what happens when we get our Republican winners and they square off against the Democratic incumbents?
This is a fascinating dynamic and an evolution of what we talked about here. In the high-profile Senate race, it could make all the difference. If Chuck Morse is the nominee, we're going to dust off our history books as they try to litigate their battles over the state budget from many years ago when Senator Hassan was Governor Hassan. If it's Bolduc, look for the general to pivot from his very conservative election message in the primary to one of an independent outsider fighting the system, represented by both parties. And he's been so beaten up by the power structure of the Republican Party, he's probably one of the few candidates who can make that argument with some real personal experience.
Something to watch for, as we always do on Election Day, Adam. Turnout. We'll be talking about that a lot tomorrow.
Big time.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Good to see you.